Welcome, episode 3 of From the Shack podcast. We have a guest today, Liam from the Catering Butcher. Welcome, mate. We were going to have Dave here as well, from Catering Butcher, but he's not feeling too well. He's had his jabs today and he's feeling under the weather, so we're going to rebook in and get him in.
I mean, I'm not feeling too good either, to be fair. Like,
Oh, you sound great.
great podcast.
Why do you think I sat you on that side, Liam?
Anyway.
So we are going to get Liam back with Dave and do another podcast, and we can go a little bit more in depth.
It's just more about the catering butcher.
More about the Catering Butcher
and that side of it.
Yeah,
really.
I think because Liam's been available, it seems silly to waste it. And I think Liam's got a pretty good story anyway.
Yeah, I do.
People interested in it. I'm interested in it because I'm really interested in learning more about butchery and things like that. So it's going to be a good chat. What have we cooked this week and what we've been up to, we're going to cover after we chat with Liam, and Liam get involved then as well.
Again, though, Liam can be involved in all that as well.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
You know, he's a barbecuer as well, so he can talk about what he's been cooking as well.
Yeah, cool. So welcome, Liam.
Nice to meet you guys.
Thanks for joining us, mate. I mention you a lot in posts, and Dex now mention you a lot in posts. You helped us out no end with our...
Well, you guys doing that helps me out massively.
Yeah, and it's handy to know, because Deck, I think have we mentioned it before, your dad's a butcher?
Yeah, my dad's a butcher.
Yeah.
Obviously, I would normally get my stuff off my dad for bits of demos and stuff. But obviously, with yourself, knowing Liam as well, we've sort of got a few bits off the Liam for the pop-ups.
It's been on a personal level, it's been great for me to meet Liam and become pals, and I can ask Liam, or Liam can just give me information that I probably didn't even realise that I needed when it comes to, especially mainly with the pop-ups. But I think we've become pals now. I nipped down on Sunday and ended up going. I went for a turkey breast and out with a big bag that I was wanting the wife when I got in.
So what's the underlying question then? We could become mates with your butcher.
Yeah.
Oh, what was saying?
That's it. Make friends with your butcher.
Make friends with your
Go a friend or a bunch.
or have a dad who's a butcher.
Yeah.
That's not fun to your dad as well.
I think it is though. I think everybody. I've listened to a lot of podcasts and about cooking, and it's not even just the barbecue scene. I think it is a good idea to get to know your butcher, but it's dead easy to get stuck in a habit, which we'll come to anyway, of just buying stuff from the supermarket.
Yeah.
It's so much more beneficial to be able to pick your meat or have someone advise you on what meat to get. So,
Especially as well, though, if somebody understands the barbecue inside of it.
yeah.
Because there's a lot of butchers that, I don't really know, they're probably great butchers, but they don't really understand the barbecue side of it.
Yeah. It's becoming a little bit more popular as butchers, but not to the point where they are barbecuers.
Yeah.
But I think there's quite a few, because I think there's quite a few
There's a few guys.
butchers in the community.
I'll tag you in their posts and that, because there's some like in Yorkshire, there's some south. We've even got a great British butchery team, which your dad was part of.
Yeah, he was, He was part of that,
Is that one of the guys was at Sizzle Fest, wasn't he? Just gone, was he?
Yeah.
That's what your dad said that was.
Yeah, Ben.
And have they got a podcast as well?
No, what it is Dave Corbett does Butcher's Live Lounge.
Right.
They have and it's like a transatlantic thing. So they're over the pond, they're over in the USA as well, and they get butchers on and do like a bit of an Instagram live, don't they?
Yeah. I've listened to a few episodes. It is really interesting. They had what was the one I listened to in the car the other day, which I found really interesting, because he was talking about a similar journey to what I'm on. It's Hampshire barbecue. Okay. I already follow him on Insta, but I didn't know to put a face to the Instagram name, so to speak. So it was good. It was a good listen. But I'll put the links in the show notes below, so anyone can go and check it out.
Definitely.
It's a shout out. So I was just. Should we start with Liam? Or we're just going to start.
So how did you get into it, really, Liam? How did you become a butcher, and what sort of happened for you to get into the Catering Butcher and start working there, really?
That's a bit of a funny story, because I know that you joiner as well.
Yeah.
I started off as an apprentice joiner as soon as I left school.
You had a look of a failed joiner about it.
Can't be all that ex-tradesman. I feel like I'm an ex-tradesman now, to be fair.
I needed, at the time, people I was working for, they didn't have loads of work, so obviously your apprentices first.
Yeah.
So I was like, I just needed a job, and then I lived by our original shop in Fenton.
Right.
And they needed a meat packer.
Yeah.
So I was 17, just literally walked in for an interview thinking it's going to be else. Dave just goes, when can you start? That's all right. Tomorrow? Yeah, okay. And started off as a meat packer. Then Dave offered me an apprenticeship and went from there and never looked back.
Yeah. And so you were 17. How long have you been doing it? 2 years?
21 years, 22 years next March.
Bloody hell, eh?
It's just becomes a part of you, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's plainly obvious to you through having conversation that you're very well versed.
Yes. Probably got a bit more experience because of working on the catering side for like 18, 19 years.
Yeah.
You get chefs throwing things at you that you've not heard of, and then all of a sudden you've got to research it, find it's like, right, okay, we can do it, we know where it is, and you go from there. And we love working with chefs and individuals like yourselves as well to get them exactly what they need.
Yeah. It's funny because, like, I think my dad, he started at, say, 14 or something like that, 13 or 14. And sort of then, again, though, it just seems to be, once you're in that trade, you seem to just stick into it.
Yeah, well, the prime example for me was through COVID. Because we're essential because we were food. So it's like it is a trade, and it's probably one of the oldest trades in the world.
Yeah.
And, we were needed. So, and that was where the factory shop kind of came from.
I was gonna say that. So when you started going into pack meat at 17, was it long before you thought, I actually fancy having a proper bash at this, or was it just fell into it?
Yeah, it just kind of happened. It was like it was there. You obviously got offered your apprenticeship, and next thing I know, I was like the assistant manager by the time I was about 21. And
right. But for your apprenticeship, what do you have to do for the apprenticeship then? Is there a set period of time? Do you have to go to college?
You can't say it's different, but it's everyone will tell you now. It's different. Every single butcher is different. Yeah, every single butcher will do something different. You're always going to get told, "Oh, that's wrong from someone. It should be this way." But then for every one person of that, there's another person that goes, "Well, yeah, I do it that way."
So I'm not too clued up on butchery and the qualifications thing. So is it like MVQs and things like that? Do you have to do sort of stages and segments that you have to?
Yeah, and then obviously again your basic food hygiene and stuff as well. But yeah, you can do courses. But I'll say myself, I learned from Dave's dad,
right?
In my trade.
You just learn on the job almost.
Yeah, and to be honest, I've probably learned more on the job of the catering side than if I'd gone to college and done it.
Yeah, I found that myself with Joanna. I was doing an apprenticeship in joinery, and I remember the first 18 months was in college doing all that stupid things like tenon joints and how to use a handsaw. And I understand why they have to do it, because there was lads who were on apprenticeships there who literally couldn't use a handsaw. And I'd been like making my own go-karts and bikes since being like 10.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? It wasn't, it came, I've always been sort of more of a, a doer. Yeah, I'm not very good at reading a book and going, all right, I know how to do that. I need to do it. I'm practical. I need to do it. So I suppose butchery is one of the things where almost it has to be practical. Yeah. Because you need to look at different meats and cuts and see where the muscles are and where they join and stuff like that.
It's like, because every animal's different as well. Yeah. They can try and breed them to be as close as they can, but everyone's going to be different in some way or shape or form.
Yeah. And then, like you say, lockdown happened.
Yeah.
And what was a catering business like? You were serving?
Yeah, we were purely catering. We'd got our original shop, H.H. Jackson's, and a market stall in Stoke Market. They stayed open because of it being essential workers again. And literally, we walked in work one day, we got no messages, all pubs, restaurants, everything shut down. And we were like, what do we do?
We've always said,
if we don't do nothing, the business is going home.
Yeah.
And we're sitting on, I think it was like £250,000 worth of meat in the fridges. then all of a sudden you hear supermarkets are running out of stuff, and we've got all this here. We've got eggs, we've got cheese, we can get bread from the local bread suppliers. So we literally had these 2 little display counters that we use when we do like shows at football stadiums or somewhere else, and we put them on the front where the shop is now. Open the shutter. I jumped on social media, and like the first day we did about 100 quid.
Right.
But then the second day, once word got around, it just went bang. And then throughout the lockdown period, we kept extending it. We were able to get a hold of things that other places couldn't, that people were needed or wanted. We even sold live yeast at one point.
Right.
Because everyone wanted to cook bread.
Bread and banana bread.
Everyone loved a bit of bacon during lockdown.
Yeah. So we did that, and then once everywhere started opening back up, they did this eat out to help out thing.
Yeah, shit.
And we went from nothing to about 150% of trade. So we literally, everybody that was on like the furlough was back in, all hands on deck. But we couldn't bring ourselves to
Close the
shop, because if it wasn't for the general public coming, helping and supporting us, we wouldn't be here today.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose it's good to have both though.
Yeah,
especially for people like us. Like, we can just go in and ask for like cuts that, like, stuff like T-bones and stuff. There's not a lot of butchers that do stuff like T-bones.
There's not a lot of, I mean, I where I live in Altrincham, Cheshire, you kind of think there would be some sort of higher end.
There's all box meat,
but there's no butchers like you. I was gonna. It probably leads into what I was gonna say next. So I was aware of a few butchers before I even knew about you guys, because I live in Manchester. I was aware of a few butchers that did a similar thing. There's a place in Earlham that was a stockist and supplied the catering trade, and they did a similar thing in lockdown. They opened up a counter, and it's still there today. And I've been a few times before I was dealing with you, Liam. I've not cheated on you, I promise. And they're open on a Sunday as well. But yours is head and shoulders. I'm not just saying it's head and shoulders above what other people are doing. Like that one is basic. It's almost feels, and this isn't I'm not slating or anything like that, but you walk in and it is almost like you're in a supermarket. It feels like you're in a supermarket. It's all pre-packaged stuff. There's no counter with fresh meat. Everything's packaged, and
there's a balance though with that, because some people prefer to just grab stuff off the counters because they don't like the human interaction.
Yeah, I know we're in that echo chamber because we're into army and stuff like that, but I've done some footage on the last reel that I did of your just your beef part, not both counters, and people are so flipping. I was like, that was on a Sunday. Yeah, and that's what they've got ready to go on a Sunday.
We do try to have a mix of both.
Yeah,
the steaks we do pack because they're ready to go to the restaurants. They're all labelled, full traceability, dated, everything. You can come in, grab 20 sirloin steaks if you want.
Yeah,
you can have one.
Yeah,
anytime that's available, and that's the beauty of the shop being where it is attached to the factory.
Yeah,
and like you said, you could come down, and even if there's something there isn't on the shop, 90% of the time I'll go in the back and I'll have it. If not, we can go speak to one of the suppliers and.
Well, that T-bone on Sunday, you literally just cut it there and then.
Yeah.
There's not many people that do the T-bones. Because again, it's just they're losing a fillet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's just it's one of my favourites, to be honest.
Demands. You can.
It's one of my favourites, to be fair. The T-bone.
I think it's probably worth saying as well, because within reason, you do deliver as well.
Yeah.
And if you're into barbecue like we are, like I don't need to look anywhere else now. I just need to ask you. Can you? I'm yet to come across, and something it'll never happen where you'll go, no, I can't get that. I'll be out there. It's not happened yet, and I've asked you some random stuff. Remember the lamb ribs that I wanted? Yeah. We had a few chances to get the exact thing that I wanted, but then you did, and then spring happened, and it swept through the roof. But yeah, you've had everything that I've asked for. With bells on, really.
That's the Catering Butcher. I mean, we try and do our best if someone asks us for something, we had a guy ask us for rum potato, which is tri-tip, I think a couple of weeks ago. Now, typically, you don't see that in
More of an American cut.
Yeah. So on the phone, Soul Steep Bang, and he's had it this week. He's happy with it.
Yeah.
I do actually want to try a tri-tip.
Me too.
But I want to use, there's like an American rub, I think it's Santa Maria rub or something, I think it's called. It's like a chili, it's almost got chili powder, salt, black pepper, garlic. So it's like a bit of a spicy SPG sort of thing. And it just seems to be like, I keep seeing it.
Is it like the tri-tip, am I right or wrong this time? Is it more of like a California barbecue?
I think so. I'm sure actually call it Santa Maria.
Well, it's definitely not a Texas thing, is it? 'Cause you never see it around Texas barbecue guys going on about tri-tip. I know if anyone's listening, correct us if we're wrong. We are, guessing. But yeah, let us know.
We're gonna have a quick one.
But I suppose you're obviously more versed with it now. But when the barbecue stuff started to kick off around the same time you opened the shop, like lockdown, everyone was barbecuing, it was a big boom, and then since then it's hit ground running. So are you getting like more people now asking for the American named cuts?
Yeah.
Are you then also marketing them as such? So you market
Well, that's my job to find out why they call what it is in the US to what it is to us, to translate it really.
Yeah.
Like the featherblade thing.
Yeah.
What were they called? They were calling it the flat iron, right?
Flat iron, yeah.
And we called the flat iron.
It's
the stage where you take the crystal out of the metal, and they're the flat irons to us. But it's like they call the rump the sirloin, and it does me head in.
But then if you throw Australians into the mix, and they've got some weird names for stuff.
Yeah.
The same names, but they aren't part of the animal as well.
What do they call a sirloin in America?
In New York Street.
Yeah.
I'd actually had an Australian guy come in. He's the huntsman. He's a bare knuckle boxer. Big guy. He's got like.
I'll slag him off now on our pond.
And then
I have to work you so quick.
he came and asked for a Scotch fillet,
Right.
which is a ribeye.
Right.
And he was surprised that I knew that. He was like, you saw him look at me and he tried to smile. Obviously that's when, you kind of go, oh, this guy knows what he's on about. So.
Yeah. So,
you got thingy, didn't you? You've had ribs made.
Yeah.
Catering Butcher rubs.
That's our original shop on it.
And that's the picture of it, is it?
We've had a refurb on that at the beginning of this year.
Is that the one in Fenton?
Yeah.
That's a collaboration with Harry J's.
Yeah. Ben, it's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, he's a nice lad. I've spoken to him a couple of times. Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Him and his partner, Emily, if I need something, they support me. Again, we're friends outside of anything like this. It's just great.
I think it's pretty cool though, I think it's quite cool to have your own rub.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool. Like.
Yeah.
When
I can't say too much.
when we decided to actually build the shop in the format that it is now, I'd got like a kind of a 5-year thing with some things that I wanted to do on it, and that was one of them. And I met Ben within the first 12 months, and that happened in the first 12 months, and I was like,
it's a good rub. It's like we call it like a general. That's like a general all-purpose.
Yeah.
That's a good one. So we got salt, garlic, onion, sugar, black pepper, paprika, herbs, coffee, mustard.
It's a good all-rounder.
It tastes good.
It's really good, and chicken wings.
I was just like to say, because I had a dip thing that did one, I had a little taste and forgot. We couldn't have thought that many rubs I was going to get with what the profile is, but yeah, that was for chicken.
Even potatoes.
Yeah.
I've got customers that come and they buy the catering tubs off me as well. And they're like, I can't run out of that now. And I've got someone that uses it in mashed potatoes.
Right.
I tried it and I was like, wow, that's really nice.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that, because to be fair, I put all sorts of my mash. I put like mustard powder, garlic powder, celery sole, everything that's pretty much you just said. Yeah. Bit of sugar, like it.
I mean, that's our best seller in the shop. Ben's come up with a right cracking one there. I think he sells it on his website as well.
This is a good rub.
So, how did you get into barbecuing them?
Again, through the shop and the COVID thing, you know.
Were you into barbecue? I was going to say, were you into barbecue pre-COVID anyway?
Yeah, I enjoyed.
Everyone loves barbecuing. Like,
More of like, you know, as you would consider a casual barbecue, a bit sausages, kind of thing.
grilling.
Yeah, that was it pretty much. And then all of a sudden, like, we built the shop, and Dave says to me, I don't know why he had 2 Traegers, but he did. Because I was thinking of buying one. He says, "Oh, borrow this one," and then all of a sudden he goes, "I tell you what, you can have that as a gift on him," which was brilliant. And that's the Timberline 850. I love it, but I've got a few others now. I've got a Weber Smoky Mountain, and I got on Saturday a Oklahoma.
Yeah, I've seen it. Showing it.
What do you think? What's the difference? What do you feel the difference is between the Traeger and the Weber Smoky Mountain? What do you use them for, or do you use one more than the other, or?
The Traeger, it's great
For ease,
family ease.
Yes.
I was just about to say,
if you've got a lot of people round, if you just want hold stuff, keep it warm.
you don't really have to keep an eye on it, do you?
No, you just bang, done, gone.
Yeah, I mean, I've looked at the Traegers and I like the look of them, and the new one looks amazing.
I love that's the Timberline, isn't it?
Yeah, I just think the cost of the pellets for me is quite expensive to do if you're going to do big cuts.
Yeah,
and you're not going to fill it. I think the same with an offset for me. The cost of putting in wood splits, and that for me, you'd have to be filling it to make it worthwhile.
Yeah,
That's personal opinion.
Yeah, I get that. I still want a massive offset and still want a Timberline.
Yeah, I'm not saying I don't want one.
And I'll probably still get yeah, I've got stupid barbecues,
the
but
flavour difference of the smoke and the wood across all 3, it is. I mean, that was the first time that I cooked something on it, and it was just because I was messing about on that offset, and I did that bacon because I knew it was going to be safe because
the colour on that was amazing.
And the flavour from that to the smoking hunt into the Traeger,
it's real different, isn't it?
Yeah, when you think about an offset it's just wood in it, whereas you smoke that and use the charcoal as your main.
Yeah,
so you just
with chunks,
put little bits in, but you're not. Yeah. It's not.
So you're almost like small, medium, large.
Yeah,
it's almost like you're sort of working yourself up to serious smoke.
Yeah, because when I've listened to like Americans talk about on YouTube or on podcasts and stuff, and you know, say, "Oh, I know, he's dead easy to over smoke." I'm thinking, is it? I've put loads of chunks in my Kamado. I've never over smoked anything.
Yeah.
But obviously, when you're doing it just with the wood, it probably is.
So I don't understand that, right? I don't understand that when you say don't put more than like 4 or 5 wood chunks in for a long cook. But yeah, when you do have an offset, you're literally just cooking on wood.
Yeah.
I don't really get that.
Maybe it's because it's a smaller area. It's just enclosed.
I've never understood the fact that, right, okay, but yeah, you're going to just cook solely on wood.
Yeah. I get what you mean. I think it's probably I reckon it's the size of the chamber.
Do you?
I think it's the size.
Are you seeing the colour though when you cook on an offset?
Yeah,
it's unbelievable the colour, the colour difference between.
Oh yeah,
but all the heat is coming from the wood, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like whereas when we do like on Kamado or if you're using like a Weber, it's probably 80% of charcoal.
Yeah,
that's where the heat's coming from rather than the wood. You're just getting smoke with the wood.
Sometimes I don't want a real smoky flavour as well though. No. So like I always do like my Christmas dinner on the barbecue, but I want my turkey not smoked. I won't put any wood chunks in. I'll literally just do it as a turkey on the barbecue, and you
still get a little bit of charcoal.
You do. You get a light sort of charcoal flavour, but it's not overpowering because I don't. Yeah. To be honest, I don't want my Christmas dinner tasting like that. Just personal.
That turkey breast I did with the cherry was
fucking
unbelievable. Oh, the smells. Like I took it off the Kamado. Obviously, it was outside. It was quite windy. Oh, so nice. When I got it in the house and there's no wind, like the house just filled with that cherry smell.
That smell.
It was all on that was brilliant. Really good. It was so good. That I
said to you, I prefer personal preference again. I prefer the oak.
Yeah.
On the turkey.
Yeah. I'll try that next time. I think.
I just think it gives it a different flavour profile. That's all.
Yeah. Don't try and make turkey skin crumb. It's a pain in the. That was the hard part.
Average.
That was the hard. It's a lot of faff for very little reward.
How did you do that one? Was it a secret?
It's not a secret. Basically, you boil the skin, and then you blitz it with cornstarch, xanthan gum, and then slowly just add chicken stock till it's like a what kind of texture would it be? Bit thicker than custard. And then you drop it in the deep fat fryer, and it goes almost like it's just filled with air bubbles. It's like really light. It's like batter, but it's like you have to be very careful when you pick it up because it just crumbles. But it's it was a nice texture on the meat, but the amount of effort into doing it, it's just like it's all right. If it was cooking on mass, if it was catering cooking, we were cooking for like 40, 50 people, I'd do it just to be fancy because you just have to do one batch. But it's feeding 2 of us, and it was just it was a lot. It was a lot. It's good. It's good. I've wanted to do it for ages, and I've not done it. So I've done it now. I can take it off.
Yeah,
I'll just go back to crispy onions now.
yeah.
Crispy onions for a second. So what's the sort of plans for the future then? What is the plans for the Catering Butcher in the future and for yourself really? You know, I know we're going to do some festivals next year.
Yeah.
You're going to come with us, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely.
We've got Sizzle Fest book.
Your tops and tails with deck. First.
Yeah.
What's John? Is it John 3 in the bed?
He's a bit handsy, Deck, just to rewind.
What's John can squeeze in as well?
But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It should be really good.
Yeah, I'll look forward to that because I think more butchers are going to the festivals as well. I mean, I know that's gone.
Yeah, we've been quite a few, to be honest. And I mean, Sizzle Fest for me, it is like a big butcher's day out, honestly. I just go there with my dad and all his butcher mates.
Yeah,
to be fair.
But that's good for us to go to places like that because, again, we learn more about what barbecue is.
Yeah, what they want.
Need and how we can make it to get you exactly what you need again.
Yeah.
I think it's good you're probably similar to me in the sense that the busy periods of the year, so like festival, the summertime for you is going to be busy, Christmas time's going to be busy, Easter's going to be busy, you're working.
Yeah.
So it's nice to go and just do something like that where you're not working, but you're still enjoying it, you still meet people.
Everything. It's important to build these relationships, and especially with other butchers as well, because it's become really big on Instagram. So, I mean, your dad's brilliant.
Well, he said to me that it used to be like everyone was against each other and competitive. Yeah. And if you'd done something, there's no way you'd be telling anyone else how to do it because that's your way. He says it's sort of so changed now, and you're all sort of all, because the trade's obviously shrunk quite a bit.
Yeah.
It's everyone's all like, well, how did you do that? And they all talk and tell each other, well, I did it like this. Why don't you try this? So it's all like quite a big community and quite sort of inclusive.
If everyone's working together, I suppose,
you're going to get the best out of it.
And everyone's trying to get more people involved, get more people shopping with butchers rather than supermarkets. Everyone benefits from it.
You're supporting your local again. I mean, it's, these big corporations. I mean, even though we are a catering butcher, we are a size. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's still 6 or 7 family members that are still there on site every single day.
Yeah,
getting in. They don't sit in the office or anything. They're on the floor and they're working and they're doing stuff.
Yeah, good.
So one of the things that surprised me, because obviously I'm singing for that M sheet now, where I'm singing on usually local butcher, build a relationship and get to know them, go and speak to them. But before I was I did get a lot of stuff. All my meat come from the supermarket, and I was surprised. And I mentioned this to my fishmonger as well, because it's a very similar story. I was surprised. You have this image in your head that if you go to your local butcher, you're going to spend twice as much. It couldn't cost you twice as much. It doesn't. It doesn't. Now, you get what you pay for, and that's across the board of everything in life. You get what you pay for. But in actual fact, from the supermarket, I think I said this to you last time, you could go and you see this vac-packed let's say it's a pork loin or something like that, or a pork shoulder that looks all nice and neat and strung up, and then you get it out of the cellophane and it's just all flappy bits, and it's like,
or just something like in the middle.
yeah, it's just like, and it's a mess. Whereas, you know, you go and spend an extra £2 with your butcher, you're getting a perfect piece of beef or meat or whatever. You're not having to throw any of it away, cut any of it off. You know, it's not being ruined because it's flappy bits and they're getting cooked quicker than the rest of it and you can't eat it. And that's what surprised me, is actually I think you get more value for money when you go to your butcher.
One of the first things I was taught was, if you wouldn't buy it, why should somebody else?
Yeah.
And I've always stood by that.
Yeah.
And I always will do. And I'll push it into my apprentices as well.
Yeah. And that's the right way to think, and you're not going to get that in. Don't get me wrong, I've had meat from supermarkets. It's been fine. It's been fine.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit on this hill and go, oh, don't get from supermarket. I've had meat from supermarkets. It's been fine. But
decent stuff. And
consistently, if you want consistently good stuff, then go and speak to your butcher or your fishmonger or your greengrocer or anything like that. But so that did just ask on a personal level, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Are you gonna? Is Catering Butcher going to open? Are you going to open one in Alty for me so that I don't have to drive to Stoke on a Sunday to pick up a turkey breast?
I don't do that. I mean, I'm literally down the road, so I went in work. My Friday ritual lies nipping in.
There has been talk of, you know, expansion, but again, it's about getting the right people in the right place.
Yeah.
You know, because you don't want to take something away from what we've got there.
Yeah. You don't want to take that reputation either.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to build a good reputation.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it obviously run a bit different than the factory, because the factory you can go and anything's on hand. But, you know, you could come and ask. If I haven't got it, it'd be there the next day.
Yeah.
You can get it. But there's potential. I think we're still learning, because we're only the shop's only been open as it is for 3 years on the 9th of November.
Right.
I still think we've got a lot to learn, but that's because I can't stand still and just.
But that's a good way to be. That's a good way to be.
Yeah, well, I know you're very similar in the.
Yeah, I mean,
So what do you think?
not to wall down today, just saying. Day on. Not to wall down.
So what are you thinking then for the shop? Are you going to be doing like more value added stuff? Is that the plan? Are you going to try and do more barbecue stuff?
It's probably worth explaining what value added is for anyone listening. Because I didn't know until about 3 weeks ago what value added was.
Huh.
So what is value added?
Come on.
Value added items. So just take something like, I don't know, a chicken fillet, putting some stuff in it. Basically,
you're paying something on it, don't you?
Yeah, I think that's it. It's kind of the pre-prepared stuff.
Yeah, it's a bit, well, it's also, you call it artisan butchery. Just make it sound a bit better.
Yeah. So when you get your Chinese style chicken legs,
where they roll everything up, everything's rolled up, everything's got string on it, everything's got bacon on it as well, actually.
Yeah.
Stuffing in the middle, bacon.
It's basically our kind of version of a ready meal, really.
Yeah.
Put together better with better ingredients. Yeah.
And I think it works. Again, speaking to the fishmonger that I use in the village near me, and they do a lot of that now. They didn't start doing that. They just basically had a big fish counter, and they just would do that. And I was talking to him in the week, and he's got now fridges full of these pre-prepared in like little foil trays.
Just ready.
Fish ready. And all people have got to do is put them in the oven, or it's in a tray in a way where, right, I'll put that in the wok first, then that last, and put it on a plate. And he said we do as much of that as we do the fresh stuff.
It's about making, because I think people are busy, you've got busy lives.
Sure.
It's about making people having good meals during weekdays, and then if they've got a weekend off, they'll come
They'll do it, yeah.
They'll get the.
I've had a few bits off my dad recently, just like, you know, stuff like that with sliceable cheese in the middle. So you've got a burger where there's cheese oozing out, or there's a kebab which is already marinated and sesame seeds on it with an onion on the bottom to keep it standing upright. So I had a few.
I bet if you asked what the ingredients are, you'd be chicken fillets, an onion, sesame seeds, and some peppers or something. Whereas if you go to the supermarket, looking back at the ingredients, there's loads of E numbers and chemicals and all sorts of stuff.
One of my absolute favourites is for a Sunday roast where they just do, my dad used to call it a chicken royale, and it's just a chicken breast or a double chicken breast with stuffing in the middle wrapped in bacon. And for me, cooking that for an hour or an hour and a half, roasted it on the barbecue or in the oven, and then just sliced as your Sunday meat.
It's not for 4 hours for every pound.
Unbelievable. Dry as. But for me, that's one of my favourites. That is, it really is. Like it's the best roast going. That.
And I think that also shows people that you don't have to just buy a chicken breast and that's it. Or I'll cook a chicken breast and some sauce. You can actually do stuff with it. You know, stuff it, put some bacon or whatever it is.
I mean, I don't mind showing people how to do it so they can have a go and do it at home. You know?
Yeah,
you do the cushions as well, don't you? Chicken cushions.
Cushions, pork corsets, loads.
I told you anything with bacon.
Yeah, it is. Well, I think it's probably a good segue to say we should have mentioned this in the last episode. On the run up to Christmas, we're going to do 12 Days of Christmas.
Yeah,
which is basically 12 recipes cooked outside. Me and Def are going to do the bulk of them, but we're going to ask a few people. Liam's agreed to do one, so you'll be seeing.
I do every Christmas. I do turkey pork-biettes, and we'll probably start from this weekend all the way up to Christmas. Yeah. It's a battened out turkey escallop with sausage, meat and sage and onion stuffing ball.
Nice.
Wrapped in bacon.
Wrapped in bacon.
Kind of like a little salt and pepper glaze on top, cranberry sauce.
Sauce on top as well.
Yeah.
That sounds nice, actually.
Egg in a blanket in the top to finish it off.
Very nice.
That was really good.
Is that what you're going to be cooking?
Yeah. I'll do how I make it.
How you put it together.
And then,
that'd be awesome.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
They're good. I mean, I've even got them on my Christmas order forms because they're that popular.
I might get a few off you, mate. Or I'll just watch your video and learn how to do it.
I don't mind.
I've had my dad try and show me how to do things like, butchery stuff, and I think I'm just shit at it, to be honest. It's embarrassing, really, because I shouldn't be quite good.
I do really want to learn. I want to learn how to do stuff.
They showed me how to bone out a chicken and debone it all so it was like a boneless chicken roast. And I mean, 2 minutes after he showed me, it was gone.
So basically what we're saying is let us know in the comments or anything like if you want to see debone a chicken live in his shack.
It's embarrassing.
Debone chicken, cook it.
It'll be embarrassing out here, I know.
He's no son of mine.
I'd like to him doing that.
We got any more bits on there?
Not really. I think now we should probably, it's quite good to go with what we've been cooking recently.
Do you want to just say move on to that then?
Yeah, I think naturally, really, it's moving on now for us to what we've really been cooking over the last few weeks.
Yeah,
what we've been doing, where have we been, really?
You've been?
Where have I been? Yeah, I mean, I've been to Cornwall for a week.
Very nice.
So I went down there. I took my Pro Q flat dog, which is like, I've obviously got the Tomato Joe Junior, but it's quite heavy, so sometimes trying to take it away isn't feasible. So
it's small as well, isn't it?
Yeah, well,
there's been a reason it's not
this flat dog. It's got quite a big grill surface area, and it's like 60 centimeters by 30 centimeters. So it's quite a decent size, and it folds down into almost like a book.
Yeah.
And the thickness of a small pot.
Type.
So it literally just pulls open and then just drops down. So it's really good. It's really good. And I just took a chimney starter with me, a couple of firelighters underneath.
Some Glow Baltic charcoal.
It was. And just lit the charcoal, poured it in, and I cooked. I cooked on it 2 or 3 times during the week. And so I did some steaks from Liam. I did some chicken thighs, because again, chicken thighs on the barbecue, grilled chicken thighs is one of my faves, really. With a few, I used 5 live rubs.
Yeah,
I used the Cajun Reaver.
Right. Yeah.
You said it was too hot.
Too hot for me.
It was sound for me, if I'm honest. It was a ghost one, like ghost pepper one.
Yeah, it's too much for me.
Well, I thought it was all right. The missus had it, so Must just be.
Well, you said, because I just dipped my finger in it and it like blew my head off. And you said, it's different. I'll try
I
it.
think it's different when you cook.
I'll try it again. You're more into heat.
Yeah.
Than I am.
I like spicy food.
Yeah. I like spice, but I want to taste what it's on.
That's same as me. I don't mind it, but I don't want to ruin what I'm eating. If you know.
Where's me?
Spice stuff too. Oh, he's been in the sun, you know.
I know I had it. It's okay, mate.
So yeah, so you cook
Pro Q flat dog. So cooked a few times on that. I ate out a few times.
You did. Very jealous.
Yeah, so I went to the Tartan Fox, which is an Adam Handling pub. So it's like a fine dining restaurant, but in a pub setting.
Yeah.
So none of the faff, none of the dressing up or anything. You can just go in whatever clothes you want. We took the kids with us. We had Sunday lunch there. It was really good. Everything's cooked over the fire.
Right.
So we had the beef and the missus had the chicken. The chicken was really smoked. I was really surprised. It's more smoked than I've ever smoked a chicken.
Okay.
And it wasn't over fruit wood. It was very nice, but I just thought it was really smoked.
Right.
So, but very nice. There was nothing wrong with it. For me, it was very, very smoky, which is, I think, it's not a problem if you like barbecuing, but I think for other people, maybe, if you're not used to that, it might be a bit much, but I thought it was really nice still. And I went to Cafe Reggiano, which is a Paul Ainsworth restaurant. So that's in Padstow. Did a little bit of crabbing and then went over and had some, I think we had an early tea there, really. Again, it's like their twist on Italian.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was very nice. We recently got their new cookbook.
Right.
And a lot of the recipes in the cookbook are what they cook at that restaurant.
Okay.
So I'm going to try a few over the next couple of weeks because it was very nice. We both had like a pasta dish.
Yeah.
So mine was like a pork shoulder pasta dish, and then Rebecca's was it was a beef cheek pasta dish with chimichurri.
Yes.
So it's a little bit of a twist on it, which I thought was quite nice. Having something like chimichurri in pasta.
Yeah.
It's not.
He's definitely going to work with the beef in it. So I suppose it's a natural.
Yeah. It was quite different though. It was almost like a different twist on Italian food.
Yeah.
Which I thought was very nice. I thought it was really good. But that's Cornwall for me. The week in Cornwall, did a lot of walking and stuff.
Yeah.
So that was good.
Home cooks.
So I did a chili for bonfire night.
I did, yeah.
So
nice.
I mean, you did a chili as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I use baked beans in my chili. So whether that's controversial or not,
barbecue baked beans.
Barbecue baked beans. To be honest, I always use. I always have a mixture. I have one tin of barbecue baked beans and one tin of chili baked beans, but I couldn't find chili.
So just the barbecue beans.
So I just done 2 barbecue beans.
And you put, was it brisket you put in it?
Yeah, I had a load of leftover brisket. I know people said, have you got leftover brisket? But it's hard doing a 6 kilo piece between 2 people and not having any left over. It's really, I mean, that for me is probably a real big reason for doing feather blades a bit more, because they're a little bit more manageable than 2 kilos, 2.5 kilos. It's a bit more reasonable than doing this big 6 kilo piece. Because again, when you're doing brisket, it's easier to do brisket when you're doing bigger ones.
Yeah.
It doesn't dry out as much. It's just so much easier.
Yeah.
You've got a lot more fat content they'll sort of save you if you've got a problem.
Yeah.
So yeah, chucked a load of leftover brisket in, absolute tons of it in, to be honest.
It did look mega.
Simmered it for about 3 hours really over. I've got loads of plum wood from plum trees in the garden. Just loaded a load of plum twigs in.
Yeah.
So a load of twigs and stuff in and just let them smoke away over a low heat. So yeah, it was really good. What about yourself with your chili? I mean, what did you?
Well, I was going to say, because you inspired me on one of my cooks. I mean, I've cooked loads since we last recorded, so I'm not going to go over everything. But yeah, I done a chili for bonfire night, but I did it over the weekend. More of a, I was going to say traditional chili, but it's not really traditional. It's kind of an Americanized version that I do. I always do it the same, and I cook it indoors. I've never cooked it on the barbecue before.
Did you still use mince?
Mince. Yeah, so I use beef mince. But the way I do, I don't put any like kidney beans in or anything like that. You can do whatever you want in it.
Yeah.
Chili's one of those things where you can just whatever you put in the cupboard, just whack it in. But I put beer and chocolate in mine.
Okay.
Right, the Texans don't put beans in a chili.
One of them they don't. One of them they do, and I think one of them they don't use mince as well.
Yeah, it's like the OTT.
They just use like a chuck or something.
They cook it over the pot, don't they? And
Yeah.
in, and then when it's tender enough, they just pull it and put it in. But yeah, mine was just like old school sort of beef mince. I grind up all my veg that's going into all the peppers, all the chili and onion, carrot. I make that into a mince. So you can't differentiate. It's just the same texture all the way through, which is what I like and what my kids like. Yeah, it's just a really nice dish. And
What chilies did you use? Did you just put like fresh chilies in?
Yeah, I got fresh chilies. So ancho, guajillo, is it?
Yeah, so I put ancho, guajillo, and I put one ancho and I put 2 guajillo. And you gotta be careful because sometimes
Yeah, well, my kids were eating it, so I didn't go.
it's not that. It's more just they can be really bitter.
Right.
You just got to be really careful because I've had it where I've cooked like birria before,
Yeah.
and I've put a lot of dried chilies in, like ancho, guajillo,
Yeah.
and it can be really bitter.
Yeah. Well,
You can have to be really careful.
when I put the chocolate in, I put brown sugar as well, just that sweetens it. It just makes it more palatable for my. I could easily not have that. It's probably a touch too sweet for my palate, but the kids eat it, and it is really nice. And I do get our tortilla, the wraps that you have in the supermarket. Slice them up, deep fry them, salt them.
Nice.
They're just delicious because you can just scoop it.
Yeah, we always have tortilla crisp. I mean, to be honest, we just get them out the back.
Try these, mate. Honestly,
We always have sour cream, cheese, coriander.
Yeah. Similar to mine, I had
Crisps.
I had mine with rice. My missus had a baked spud. Did hers with a baked spud, but basically I had rice, the chili mix, grated cheese, sour cream, fresh jalapenos, coriander.
The sour cream for me is the one.
Yeah, it just makes it lush.
Yeah, it just makes it
feel really
real rich.
Yeah, but it was good. I really enjoy eating that chili. It's that time of year, so I'll probably have it again at some point.
It's actually making me hungry, this conversation.
It was really
I'm absolutely starving. That'll be
I made a schoolboy error though, because we ate quite late, and I'd made a big pot of it, and I had every intention of, I left it on the barbecue with the lid down. I forgot it was out there. I only remembered when I got up there this morning. Obviously, I can't chill it down. It's been out too long.
I've got quite a bit in the freezer now.
It was good. I had to throw loads of it away. So yeah, I did that, and then again, you inspired me because you pulled out. Well, we spoke last time, didn't we? About I was thinking about doing a peanut butter and jelly burger.
No.
So I was going to do a chili jam and peanut satire from the Hairy Bike, one of the Hairy Bikers books.
Yeah,
which is just delicious. I could drink that stuff. But you mentioned that it was in the Beefy Boys book. I forgot about it, and then I seen you made a burger from the Beefy Boys book.
Yeah, Beck got me a copy of it. I don't even know why she done it. She was just being nice, obviously.
Yeah.
She got me a copy of it and said, "This is what I want." And I did I can't remember which one I did.
You did. It was almost.
It was like an ultimate burger.
Yeah. It's what you'd imagine on a burger was on it. Like,
yeah, it was like, I think it was called a dirty burger or something.
Yeah. So, well, they did a PB&J, and it was different than the way I did it. So they did bacon jam. Now, whenever I've made bacon jam in the past, it's been quite a long, drawn-out process. It's like a few hours just simmering away. Their version's really quick, and it's got coffee in it, which threw me at first. I was like, because I don't drink a lot of coffee. I don't know like this, and it really does work.
Does it?
It's mega.
Because I'm thinking of doing it maybe this weekend.
It's mega. I've had some, so that.
An influence style.
You sent me a picture of your sauce.
That bacon jam that I made for the burger, I made there's loads of it. For my lunch, I had 2 pieces of toast just with that on it. It was mega. Yes. So it's really good.
The Firefly.
Yeah, the jalapeno jam.
That's good.
Yeah. That was the only difference. They used fresh, they used it, the jars adobo.
Yeah, adobo.
In the thing.
Yeah, they're really hard to find in the UK.
You can get them off Amazon pretty easy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but it's a fact. I didn't have it. Yeah,
I remember
I didn't have it in, and I had that, and I knew I really liked it, so I put some of that in because it is delicious. And yeah, I had to thin it a little bit, the peanut butter part of it, because it was quite thick. and it needed to be. It was probably still a little bit too thick when I put it on, but I did it with a little bit of water. So in future, I'd make it thinner. But when I do it next time, I'm going to try my version. So just have chili jam instead of bacon jam and the hairy bikers chicken satire. Now, don't get me wrong, it was mega.
But again, though, these books and stuff like that are more for me for like inspiration.
Yeah.
Not 200% follow the recipe.
I mean, that's recipes in general. I always say that to people. Don't follow recipes to the T. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? It says a teaspoon of this and you put 2 teaspoons in it. Yeah. It's not a biggie. If it says a white onion and you've only got red, use a red onion.
Yeah.
It's not, just use a bit of common sense and put in it what you like.
Yeah, well, so I did, with the Beefy Boys, what I did, so it was two smash patties with plastic cheese on toasted brioche. And then you made like a burger sauce, and they called it a dirty burger sauce, which was really, really nice, like loads of flavour. It was very similar to any burger sauce that you do, but it was very nice. And then what made it really was the beef dripping onions. Honestly, so you had to basically you had all these onions and you basically just sweated them down in like loads of beef dripping until they were like jammy.
I just want to apologise if you can hear sort of Dutch. But just
the flavour of the onions, they seem to really take on a nice flavour with that beef dripping.
And what do I do?
So it was like, so the burger was lovely. It was like, and then I put some bacon on as well.
Yeah,
I did one with bacon and one without.
Yeah,
it was just really beefy.
Yeah,
that beef dripping obviously gives us such a beef flavour.
What do you think of the book in general?
I think it's good. I'm gonna do some of the fried chicken ones.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a little look, and they do a Nashville hot chicken because that's one of my absolute faves, Nashville hot chicken.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna probably tweak it to my sort of what I think.
Yeah.
But they did, like, instead of it being a Nashville, when you do a lot of Nashville hot chicken, you create like almost like a chili oil.
Yeah.
They don't really do that. They create like more of a dust.
Right.
It's like a Nashville. It's just got a lot of like cayenne pepper and stuff in it.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that is a good idea.
Is that spicy, boy?
Not sure. So I'm gonna have a look, and I think that's one of my next ones really.
Yeah.
That and the peanut butter one.
I've had that book for a while. I think I got it. Got it when it came out. It came out about 4 months ago, didn't it? Something like that.
I'm terrible for buying books and not.
Yeah, I do. I have so many books.
I've got so many of it, and
that's going to be one of our topics on an upcoming pod. We'll talk about our top 3 books.
But I think we should. I think as we go forward, I think we should maybe bring a book with us. Yeah. It's a good talking topic.
Well, do you know what I was going to suggest tonight? Because I was going to bring some of that bacon jam and some crackers.
I'll have a go.
And I thought each pod we should bring something. That
I wish you did, because I'm starving now.
Maybe we'll do that. I don't know. But yeah, I did. So I did that. I really enjoyed it. It's a good book. Highly recommend picking it up if you're into your cookbooks. If for nothing else, don't get me wrong, it's a book about burgers. Everyone knows how to make. But if you listen to this, you probably you are into barbecue and you know how to make burgers. No, I'm not trying to teach you to suck eggs, but for inspiration, it's a really good book.
Yeah,
it's got things on burgers that even I wouldn't have thought putting on burgers.
Yeah, there was loads of sauces and like almost like bits of side bits that go onto the burger that look really good. So
I like the bit at the end. So it's got like all your burger recipes, and it's got a lot of information about like where burgers came from, that kind of stuff. But it's got all your burger recipes, and then also in the ingredients add this like use bacon jam. But then it's got a bit at the back where you have to make all them bits, make that bacon. So you could buy bacon jam. But to be honest, I highly recommend making that bacon jam from that book, because that's better than my bacon jam. And I thought my bacon jam was bang on.
Coffee.
Coffee, mate. Coffee, Ed. So yeah, so I've done that. I did turkey breast, which I got off you on Sunday. I cooked that.
Well, I think my missus has been influenced by you. Because I got home and there was a chicken breast, of turkey breast, in the fridge. So
it was really good.
I think she's been influenced a bit.
It was really, really good. I made it a bit of a fancy twist on it. I'm trying to do more stuff like that. Like I love just my sort of like rough and ready barbecue, but I'm trying to do more fancier barbecue, because that's the kind of route I want to.
I'll just put this out there. Mine won't be fancy.
Yeah, I will. You're not going turkey skin crumb, no?
No, mate, mine'll be rough.
Not really microgreens on it.
I'll be getting a lot of brioche. Might do my own sauce.
It was Really nice. I really enjoyed it. I've never cooked a turkey breast on a barbecue.
I love smoked turkey.
I've never done it. I just don't know why. I've done tons of chicken.
It's so good. It's so good, and just I don't know. It's just that easy as well.
Yeah.
I cook it. We wrap it in foil with some butter.
Yeah.
The smoking part of it isn't like a science to a specific temperature or anything like other barbecuing. You basically just smoke it for a few hours till it gets a colour.
Yeah.
As long as it's got a bit of colour on it, then you're fine.
Yeah.
You wrap it up in foil then and you take it to 71 degrees, 70 degrees.
Well, that's what I know, because you've raised your eyebrow at me before, but I'd take my chicken and turkey off slightly earlier.
71 for me. What about you, Liam?
Same as you. Well, that's obviously making independent.
What'd you say? Yours off 60?
65. 65 it comes out. Well, that turkey went up to 75. I took it off at 65.
It
went up 10 degrees, resting. So,
I always thought 5 degrees resting
you as well, isn't it?
Oh, it was mega. Yeah, it's really good. Loads of butter. And then I just had like this steel oven dish that just I kept all the butter in. So what we didn't eat, I just plonked in there. And I've been just cutting off it with a little slab of the butter that just tastes like turkey as well.
Yeah, nice.
That's so nice.
Well, I mean, I would think I like smoked turkey with Alabama white sauce.
Yeah,
We've not tried that, but
That's what I like. I like smoked turkey, Alabama white sauce, and then some crispy onions on top.
Yeah.
That's what I like on a brioche. That's what I like. I mean, that does bring me on. I did see something the other day on Insta. It was a ghost pepper Alabama white sauce. Now, I love my spice.
That rings a bell, actually. It does ring a bell.
Something on Instagram. I can't remember who I seen it,
ring a bell,
but I love the flavours of the ghost pepper.
Yeah.
Because it has like a real smoky flavour. So
yeah, because Alabama white sauce has got paprika in it, and it's got a little bit, I think, of probably cayenne or something. But it's not.
It's not spicy.
It's not what you jump to when you taste it. You don't think, oh, that's spicy. It's just
it's a tang. Yeah, it's like a tangy mayo.
Yeah,
that's what it's like. So to maybe have this ghost pepper salt, like a bit of ghost pepper in it, which has like quite a smoky flavour, I think that'd be quite different.
Yeah,
I'd like to maybe try that. Yeah. So I'm gonna maybe try it.
Maybe ask Noel for a personal batch.
Yeah, maybe.
Alabama white sauce with ghost pepper.
Yeah, I'd like to try. I've not tried theirs yet.
Oh, we used it. We used it for a pop-up once.
It is really good.
It is good.
It's so good.
I mean, I've got some of the sauces in the shop. When we get going into more barbecue next year, I'll speak to the guys and
get a stock whole range.
Have a chat with Noel. He has agreed he's going to come on the pod at some point. It'll probably be in the new year now, because we'll probably have to go to him to record it.
Yeah.
Or we can do it by Zoom, I suppose. I think it'd be better in person.
Yeah, I think it's better in person.
Yeah, I think it'd be better in person. But
less technology as well.
says you two. Just I don't know what's that. Cameras and microphones and everything. There's wires. You can't see, but there's wires everywhere.
Considering I'm an electrician.
I know.
You just do that, Steve.
The electrician's sat there drinking his coffee.
Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't want to bring it. So, for me then, Insta fads.
Yep.
Have you seen any Insta fads this week? Is there anything that you've seen? I've seen a few.
I said it to you before. Other than like the typical, because it's that time of year, like pumpkin-based things, I've not really seen any that I would say I've crammed my newsfeed. I know you've had.
I just keep seeing everyone doing McRibs.
Yeah, that's.
I keep seeing everyone doing McRibs. Now, a lot of people are doing it with just pork mince.
Yeah.
And they're creating a patty and doing that way.
I think that's because the early reviews. Yeah, so the early reviewers who went to McDonald's and tried it, a lot of them slated it. So it's basically just a sausage breakfast patty with a couple of onions on it and some things.
Have you tried it, by the way?
Not in this week. I mean, I used to love them, but I wasn't as well versed in food.
The new one myself, yeah.
It's the same thing, isn't it?
Isn't it just pork mince with barbecue sauce and pickles?
Yeah. I had a chef come in, Gareth, his name is. He comes every Sunday. Just a great guy. And he goes to me, basically, it's, the muffins that they have. He says it's that in the shape of brushed with barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
He says that's what it is, and he says to me, you should try and replicate it. Well, I was
actually going to come and get some of them sausage patties and have a go, but then keep seeing everyone doing it. I just thought, I can't be asked.
Yeah.
Everyone's doing it.
Well, I for me, because I barbecue as much as I do now, you look at it and you look at like the patty with the ribs. It's obviously to replicate a rack of ribs at the bones pulled out.
Well, I thought,
So why not just do?
well, that's what I was thinking of doing. Just do a rib,
Yeah, just do real ribs.
baby back ribs,
Yeah,
and just pull the bones out and just lob it on the salad.
yeah.
I might do it.
Do it, mate.
Insta fat.
Do it, mate.
One that I've seen of recent has popped up quite a bit. These party ribs. Speaking of
Party ribs.
Oh, that's where you cook them individually, isn't it?
basically
Yeah.
cut through individually, and you again season them up, put them on your about 2 hours.
Yeah.
Chuck it all in. But you know, a bit like
Pre-sliced of doing where you cook them.
a bit like
I don't fancy that.
what they call candy pork belly things.
Oh,
That's a similar, very similar kind of process.
yeah. Take a little bit longer when it gets on the bone, I suppose. Yeah.
I'm waiting for the asked for them.
Got any party?
Got that ready. Party ribs. Oh, get yourself in here.
Well,
If everyone wants party ribs,
funnily enough, this week I've done, but they're off the St. Louis ribs. Just cut a layer up, glazed some in like chassé and some in a maple barbecue. Put them in the little oven-ready trays, which make it,
Yeah.
a value.
value added. Value added. Sourced.
Yeah.
Put them on the shelf.
You put the bacon on it.
And absolutely flyers.
Yeah.
Do they?
Flyers.
I think you've probably seen a lot of it. You into American football?
I don't watch loads of it, but
And there's just been some
because they do like
finals or something in America.
what are they called? Like trailer barbecues, don't?
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
what's it called where they put the
Tailgate.
Tailgating.
Yeah, but they call it a football food as well. It's like wings. There's loads of wings a few weeks ago. Loads of
Oh, well, they did that Traeger game day, didn't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they'll do everything like that.
Yeah.
I want to do this. I want to do a smoked queso. That's what I really want to do. I've wanted to do one for ages.
Yeah.
And put like a bit of ground mince in it as well, like
Oh,
beef
yeah,
mince.
yeah.
And just so it's like a real big.
Stop
like
talking dirty to me, Dad.
Well, I was thinking, the natural cheese that you can buy
Yeah.
in tins, that is going to be the same.
Well, I've got a good recipe. I'm yet to try it. I'll send it to you. I got it off Rich from Smoke and Rye. He sent me a good recipe. He said it's banging. Said you won't find better for queso.
That's what I want to try.
Yeah, so
Really
I'll send you the recipe and you can.
Yeah, okay. Don't get it.
You can bring it in on the next pod.
Yeah.
What will you?
So the only other then Insta fad I've seen really is smashed potato, like smashed baked potato.
Yeah, you mentioned this to me before we started recording. I've seen one or two. It's not the first time I've seen it, but I've not noticed it be like a thing. I think we're both in agreement that I don't know if I could be bothered with smashing potatoes on my barbecue.
Some of them look quite good. They do it in a cast iron pan, and they seem to smash it down and then put all the toppings on top, and then just bake it off.
So it's almost like a baked potato, but flat.
Pretty much, they bake it first and then flatten it down with a burger smasher.
Yeah. I mean, you get a nice crust on it, I suppose. But I suppose it's that thing as well. You've mentioned before about the what would you call it? Taco Big Mac.
Oh, smash burger taco.
Why would you not just have a burger?
Yeah, so yeah, probably. I might try it and then just go, oh, I should have just done a jacket potato. Exactly the same reaction.
I'm all for
I'm
all for new things, but sometimes it ain't broke.
Yeah, defo.
You know what I mean?
Smash burger tacos. Oh yeah, these are great. No, they're not. I might as well just have a bit.
There'll be people this time going,
Remember you
I just smashed my potato, right?
Yeah, honestly, I did. I told about it last time. I seen one with a breakfast one that looked really good. But I mean, I'll probably do it and just go, yeah, I should have just had a McMuffin.
Yeah.
Should have just have a breakfast party sort of thing.
That's the thing. I think every now and again you'll get like a nugget of a fad that's on Instagram that comes and it does work. But I think probably 80% of it is like,
I want to do them. I want to do them.
I could understand what it was originally.
I want to do a muffin pot. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
I really do. Like that. What did they do with the chimichurri? They put a piece of charcoal in the chimichurri.
Yeah.
And everyone was like saying how amazing it was.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know. Like I don't know if I fancy burnt olive oil.
Yeah, because it would be.
Someone do that with a cowboy butter as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Marcus Borden does it with his butters. I think he's famous for that, and he started putting a little bit of charcoal on the butter.
Is that more just like a theatre?
I think it's the theatre of it. Yeah, I think it's the theatre of it because you could just if you put butter on, it's gonna melt anyway. It's the theatre of it, but it looks cool, man. I think if you're not into barbecue, I think stuff like, but that's what I'm saying. 80% of it, you're like, man, but there is little nuggets in there that work.
Just not chimichurri with a piece of charcoal.
Burnt, wouldn't it?
I just think that the olive oil would burn.
It would taste burnt. You'd taste burnt
Well,
olive oil.
then again, I put olive oil on steaks all the time, so maybe I enjoy the taste of burnt olive oil. Olive oil on steaks, 500 degrees.
I flip flat. I go back and forth. I'll do it like the way, with nothing on it. I'll cook it but then other times I do put oil on it and I'll put stuff on it. I suppose it's
I like the charcoal rubs, I've always put charcoal though on the charcoal. And it probably does burn a bit, but maybe I actually like the flavour of it.
Try and not get so into that though, because it's like what you were saying about that. Like some people now that they put it on the spuds or they put it on the chips or whatever. I try and not go right. That's what I like. That's what I'm always going to do for the rest of my life. I try and not be like that.
Yeah. So like when I've had a picana in the past, I have just salted it.
Yeah.
Because I've salted it, lobbed it in the fridge, salted.
Yeah.
Tried to leave it for 12 hours or 24 hours salted, so the fat cap is really salted and gets that really dried out.
It's amazing, isn't it? What's it called when you...
Oh, it's just dry brine, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's simple.
What, like osmosis or something?
Is it osmosis?
Well, I think so.
I think it is osmosis.
I'm
surprised we got that because you said it with no conviction. Isn't it osmosis? But yeah, I think it is osmosis. It almost is a pre-crust in it because it's really dry.
I'd laugh if it wasn't osmosis.
It's something like that. Someone will tell us. Your dad will know, but it's something. Actually,
so it's not like the Maillard react. It's something.
No, Maillard react.
That's when
osmosis. I think it is osmosis. It might not be. You're saying the word. I can't stop saying osmosis now. Whatever it is, whatever it's called.
If anyone knows what osmosis is, please comment.
But it's when you put it in the fridge and it's air drying, it creates almost like a crust before you put it in the pan to get a crust.
Well, anyway, I mean that's the best way I've cooked a picana. So yeah.
I need a picana off you soon.
Just to give me an idea, was you saying about the air drying? Take one off and pop it in the Himalayan salt water fridge.
Yeah.
For a few days, not like for a long period, but just for a few days to dry it out.
Yeah.
If you want to do that, that's fine. I'll pick that up.
Well, Luna have stuff put an hour dry for it. They don't go like the very long periods of time, but they just have it so that you don't have to cut the pellicle off. It's just dried out nicely, and it does make a difference.
Yeah. I hope it is osmosis because we spoke about it.
Every time I laugh.
Now you said pellicle, I'm thinking, is it pellicle?
Your pellicle is when you trim off your aged beef.
Yeah, I think it is pellicle. Don't know what osmosis is. We were I'm just Simon. We're doing any confusing our hands.
I'm going to
Google it.
Osmosis. I don't even know where that come from.
Sounded good. What's it say?
Oh God, it just sounds too much to even think about. I'm not going to even just go on to it here. I mean, that tells this, eh? I'm like...
That's the name of episode 3. Episode 3 of Osmosis.
It's good. So...
So yeah, that's what we've cooked. What have you been cooking?
Not a lot really. I did that bacon. I cured my own bacon with some whole hog seasoning. And I said I bought that offset, and I thought, oh, sod it, I'm not going to kill anyone with bacon. So
yeah.
And the colour of that was amazing.
Yeah, it was. I guess it's probably like really dark mahogany.
Yeah.
I've got two pieces in the fridge right now. I've got some of the Pro Q seasoning, the rosemary and thyme.
Yeah.
I've got a rosemary and thyme and a sage and thyme. So I've got that in the. It's packed in the fridge.
I did it for 5 days.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna do 6. I think.
Took it out, and this is where again my fridges at work. So obviously I'm not.
It's easy. I suppose.
For a stuff fridge.
So I chucked it in the salt wall fridge for 2 days, dried off, and absolutely brilliant. But yeah, I chucked it on there, and the flavour from the oak splits, because you're just cooking on the oak. It's like, I mean, I like smoky smoked stuff.
Yeah. What did you use? Pork belly?
Yeah, to streaky bacon.
Yeah.
When you finish. But that, again, came from influence of you asking me about doing the bacon ribs. The bacon ribs, yeah. And then I thought, oh, I could do that boneless.
Yeah.
And so you're drawing from everybody with all different.
Yeah.
I think we were talking about curing the other week, Queen.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's on me. That's why I literally were talking about it, and I've got some more of them. They do like a little packet, little 50-gram packet, which does like a kilo, which is great for me, like, because, you know, it's only a small packet. You know, I'll just do a couple of different flavours in just 1 kilo, and I'm going to cold smoke it probably on Saturday. So I'm gonna take it out and wash the cure off probably Friday. I'm gonna let it dry for 24 hours in the fridge open, and then I'm gonna lob it on the barbecue and just do cold smoking, maybe with some maple dust.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And again, but then I've tried the bacon unsmoked, and it was amazing unsmoked.
Yeah.
So again, but I to be honest, there's a lot,
bacon in it. It's hard.
but there's a lot of people that'll smoke it for, say, like 24 hours. I'll be smoking it for 6 max, I think.
Yeah.
It's just a light smoke for me on the bacon.
Yeah.
I think that's enough.
Yeah.
Some people like it heavily smoked, but I think just a 6 hours probably. 4 to 6 will do me.
That maple bacon that I got a few the other week.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it was mega. Really nice. Dead thick cut.
Yeah.
Back bacon. Just with
I think I got some.
Yes, you did. It's so nice. Even like my missus, and she doesn't really normally comment on meat and stuff like that. She's not that fussed. She's just like, that bacon. It wasn't the supermarket bacon. It wasn't
sweet like.
No, it wasn't too. There was a sweetness there, but it wasn't.
What'd you do? Just lob a spoon of maple syrup in the cure?
Put it on by afternoon and then let it go dry out with it on. So
yeah, it was good. It was really good. Nice colour to it.
Thinking, because I've done beef bacon in the past, and I used that on my beef bacon, our signature rub. So it's ours.
Yeah.
So I want to start playing around with curing stuff, but making it unique to us again.
Yeah. Because, you want to be different. You want to be.
Yeah.
Someone wants that. They need to come to you to get it, kind of thing.
Well, again, that's right. I've got that, Rob, and then we've got 4 more that we do as a collab with Harry J's, which then I put onto product in the shop.
Yeah.
And you can't go in, I mean, these black beef skewers we do, it's the only kebab I have to keep on all year round.
Right.
But you can't go buy it anywhere else.
Yeah, and that's what's that on in the black beast one.
Yeah, the black beef.
It's got coffee.
Yeah, chunks of sirloin on it.
Coffee, yeah. Yeah. Maybe I'll start drinking coffee. Maybe I like it. I just didn't realise. Yeah, it's good. So I think probably a couple of things that we should touch on before we wrap things up is the competition, which is live. It's on our Instagram account. It's had a really good response so far. Loads and loads of entries. I can't remember what day it was, but I think it was for a month. So it's the beginning. It's on till the beginning of December. And for every comment, like, follow, share, tag is an entry. So yeah, get on there. And
Is it great? There's some great prizes.
Amazing. So you've got the Yeti lunchbox size cooler, which is great if you just you're mooching about, or you cooking like certain smaller things, you keep them in there.
Orby voucher
for 15% off, plus a cap, plus a load of stickers.
Yeah.
You've got 2 bags of Club Valley charcoal, 1 oak, 1 birch, Thermopen 1,
which is, and you've got the signals, which to be fair, I think banging.
Yeah, it makes
it so easy when if you haven't got the Connected Joe, or you've got another barbecue, it's just
use it on anything.
It's so good.
Use it in your house.
So good.
Use it in your house. If you're cooking something in the oven at home,
I
use my my dot indoors.
All the time,
It's got magnet on it. It's on my cooker.
Yeah.
So whenever I'm doing a roast, it's what so I don't have to keep opening the door and checking it. I just use my dot. So yeah, you can use it indoors.
And then we've got Firefly.
All the Firefly bundle, which is a load of rubs and sauces. It's a great prize to win just before Christmas.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Brilliant.
We did speak to Liam. Liam was very keen to get involved and support that giveaway. And what I suggested was, rather than do that, what we'd like to do is highlight Catering Butcher and what you do for us as well, and we'll do something further down the line, maybe
Maybe a Christmas gift.
Yeah, maybe like a little Christmas hamper or something like that. That'd be quite cool. So we'll
Just keep an eye on the socials.
yeah, keep an eye on the socials. Go and give it a follow on Instagram. Your Instagrams, the Catering Butcher on Instagram.
Yeah.
Give that a follow, and Liam,
The catering.
the Catering Butcher, 2 accounts. Go and give them a follow. We'll put all the
TikTok as well.
tips out.
I'm not having TikTok. I can't do it.
On TikTok.
So I'll do it. I can't do it anymore on social media. I just can't do it.
I'm on it anyway, so I just do it. It's, if you're posting a reel, it's exactly.
I know. It's just another form.
Yeah,
I can't be dealing with it.
you'll be on it. You'll be on it anyway. With
I'm gonna be. Oh shit! Yeah. So I want it now.
Yeah, you'll be on it with the pod. We need to start filming some stuff. We are going to do some live content, probably on Instagram Live, or on, if we ever do a live podcast, which I think would be cool as well. That'll have to be via YouTube. It's the only way to do it. But yeah, keep an eye out for that. If I've already been contacted actually this week by a few people wanting to get involved and be guests on the pod, which is great. I'm going to reach out to you guys in the coming days. It's been really, really busy. If you want to come on the pod, get in touch via Instagram. That's the best place to find us. And yeah, is there anything else we need to add?
No, all good.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see you guys again, or you'll hear us in 2 weeks. Thank you, Liam, for coming on.
It's been a
Great to have you.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll have you back soon with Dave, talking all things meat and Catering Butcher. But yeah, that's it. Done.